I have my material here and my tools, and today, as always, I work with my trusty Caron Simply Soft, but I'm also using some Plymouth yarn, which is very nice acrylic and easy to work with. All right, let's quickly make our slip knot, and you remember how to do that from lesson 1. Here we go. It moves up and down. Here's our slip knot. And now my left-hand tension, remember, this is a stick-up. This is the bad guy, the thief, that wants to hold up this poor bank clerk who is absolutely petrified and totally still. So the bad guy comes through the door, open your 2 fingers. He says, "Give me the money, I'm really, really mad. I have a gun." And then he jumps once, twice, across the counter, and then he grabs the loot, which means that you hold on to your existing loop from the slip knot and create this beautiful triangle with your left hand. Now we're going to do a foundation chain of 14. I'm going in here and I'm going to pick up my thread, do a yarn over and bring it through, and then I create a foundation chain, and here we go. I'm not sure how many I have, but I like this short chain that I created. So now, in order to make sure that I know how many I have, I look at my stitches, and you can see the beautiful V's that I created with the foundation chain. Now let's count them. You do not count the first knot from the slip knot in this series. This is your first V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here's my foundation chain. Now, if you remember, we work from right to left on our single crochet row, which is the first stitch that we learned. So I take my trusty hook, and today I'm using bamboo. Last time I used metal. Sometimes I use my trusty bamboo hooks, and sometimes I use metal. This one is nice for today. So I have 14 chains, and I take my H hook and go right into the top, into the V, and go under the top, go into the triangle, do a yarn over, and pull it towards me. Keep grabbing the loop down here, and then I do a yarn over and go through the 2 on the hook. This is our single crochet, as we did in video 1. Let's start to crochet. So now I'm going from right to left into every one of my V stitches. Do a yarn over, pull it towards me, and a yarn over again, and pull it through 2. Remember, as a little helper, I said we could think about waltzing. It's a 1, 2, 3 motion. And we keep going until we get to the end of our row. This is our very basic single crochet stitch, the very first one that you learn. Then the other thing that was very important once we get to the end of the row, as a beginner, you want to be sure and count your stitches so that we did not accidentally skip one along the foundation chain. So if you're looking at this from the top, again, you can see these, and we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We started with a chain of 14, which gives us 13 single crochet. And we're not superstitious, so it's okay. At the end of your row, chain 1, just like your foundation chain. And then we turn this entire piece like the pages of a book, and then your first stitch goes into the first stitch from the last stitch from the previous row, and you go into it and you do a yarn over and then a yarn over and through 2. Now we go into each stitch across. Make sure again that you go under your V to complete your stitch. And yes, there are patterns that say front loop only or back loop only. That would be specified by the pattern, and in that case you would go through the back loop only or the front loop only. But your traditional single crochet is under the V to complete your stitch. All right, that's our review.